Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for today's Monday mystery reveal, I'm not going to lie, this is something that, to be honest, this is really particularly special. And this just came about within the last 2 weeks. Obviously it didn't come packaged like this. As soon as it arrived, I wanted to double check it. So it did come in a nice big, heavily padded cardboard box, etc. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, or if you're wondering what on earth I'm talking about, when I tend to get new figures, or indeed something that I've not shown on the channel yet, I like to do it like this. Rather than just saying I've got this, I'm going to do a video, turn it into a bit of a guessing game, make it a bit of fun. But please, please, please do not put the name, especially of this one, do not put the name in the comments if you get it. If you get it, fantastic. Put the time that you got it. You can put your wrong guesses, but please don't put the name of it, which leads me to pretty much about it. It's one of them weird things. I've been really lucky, you know. I've been collecting over 2 decades, longer than that now. I've been doing the channel nearly 5 years, and I've picked up some absolute gems. I picked up some rarities, I picked up some exclusives, but this one is pretty much, this I think is right up there, because I don't know, but I think I could probably make a stronger statement is that this is one thing that I perhaps thought that I would never ever own. I mean, literally, I thought I'd never own one of these. I know one other person who's got, I think I know 2 other people who've got something like this. And as I say, it's going to be either incredibly easy or incredibly hard to do the clues for it, because one, it'll either just give it away straight away, or 2, people won't have an absolute clue what it is. This is a Generation 1 figure, okay? It's from Generation 1. It came out in 1984. Now, this gets really, really difficult without giving it away too much. Some people are probably going to guess straight away with that, the fact that I don't want to give it away. So the figure itself, the character itself, in fact, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say I need to thank again, a huge thank you. I mentioned him a lot on this channel. Tim Banerjee, I call him the Magician. This is one of his absolute stellar things. It's a reseal of his for a start. So it's one of his reseals because, I don't think, again, I think there's only one sealed example of this particular thing in the world, I believe. I don't know, but I think that we've seen one sealed. I've scoured the internet when I was finding out about this particular figure and about this particular example, because it's interesting, and I love variants, and I love things sort of like basically what this is, to be honest. So yeah, it is one of his reseals, so it's not sealed. I wouldn't be able to afford one if it was sealed. There's no way I'd be showing you one of these in my hands right now at all. And that's, as I say, I need to thank him hugely, because again, he let me pay in a little bit of installments rather than he wants, even for this particular resale, to be fair. And again, thank you to the guys who've been buying my stuff from me on my eBay, because again, you've helped fund this, which again, I always talk about that, recycling collections, etc. And I know you just want me to get to the point, so because it's really difficult, because as soon as I say 2 things, you're going to guess it straight away. So the reason why it's so difficult, in fact, it was a transforming figure before, so it was one of the, it wasn't Diaclone, but it was one of the others. It was a pre-transform. It was a transforming figure before it was owned by Hasbro and called the Transformer. So, however, and this is where you'll get it straight away, or this is where you'll be like, what's he talking about? This is the one that shouldn't have been. This is the one that never should have been. Yes, he was released in 1984. He wasn't on the Ark. He isn't a member of the Decepticons. He's the one that shouldn't have been. He is a genuine, legitimate mistake that happened in one of the Hasbro factories in America. So this particular figure that he is, it shouldn't exist in the Transformers continuity. And to my knowledge, they did sort of change his name. He's a bit one of these urban sort of legends, urban myths, sort of, not urban legend. How can I word it? Because I did read up a little bit about him. I'm lucky enough to have a loose one of these already. And they are quite sought after, and as I say, especially the fact that he shouldn't exist. He doesn't, as I say, he wasn't in any of the G1 Marvel Comics, he wasn't in any of the G1 Sunbow productions. But as I say, he came out in 1984. And he came out and he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have come out at all. This particular figure, this particular character should not exist. And I think most people are going to get it from that. I'm trying to think. I think that in some of the later comics, which again I've not read, they did actually give him a character, give him something, and they changed his name, because the original name I knew was like 2 words put together, 2 figures put together, and then what they did was they just shortened it to 1. Now what I know him as, and this is in a beautiful case, and that's not going to give away too much there, although you might have just seen the back, but I'm going to take it out to show you because it's crazy. So I know him as the two names of the two Autobots put together, but his new name was shortened to just 6 letters. Right, so most people now know this character as Bumper, but I know him as, and I can't believe I've got one of these in my hands, and I know it's not sealed, but it's as good as sealed because it is a reseal. That is Bumble Jumper to me. That's his name. That is Bumble Jumper. And I can't believe it. Again, he shouldn't exist. If you don't know much about this, I've done a video on him already, but I need to massively update the video because it was one of the first ones that I did. So yes, that's not a Cliff Jumper mold. That's not a Bumblebee mold. It's not a Hubcap mode. It's mold rather. It is, as I say, one of the penny racers that came out before Transformers were Transformers, and they put them onto cards by mistake. And as I say, I believe the only sealed version ever found, or everybody Danny's got, is on a Cliff Jumper card, just like this. And again, where he's done the reseal, you can see is exactly where it was attached. Man's a genius. And yeah, expect a better video on this. Please don't put his name in the comments, because this time, because it would be in as special as it is, I'm just going to delete it. And I hate doing that because I hate deleting people's comments. But there you go, guys. This is a resealed Bumper / Bumble Jumper figure. Thanks for watching. Take care.